back for another one. Today we're really going to be concentrating on Q's motor. We've got a call back from the machine shop. I'm going to put everything together to the ARP specs because it is ARP mains on there, but the block was never line home. So I'm going to take it down to the machine shop, confirm the crush clearance. It's not going to be on the big side like we will hope to. So we're going to take that to the machine shop. We're just going to confirm a few things on there, bring it back, and continue everything in-house. With the head, today, we're gonna go ahead and test that, make sure that we don't have any leaks in here. But for now, let's go ahead, put these main studs back in place, torque everything down, wrap this up with some silicone to get ready to go to the machine shop. So early this morning, we've got the motor in here, all gently cradled in with the two girls, Arrow and Silver. We've got the motor all cleaned up last night. Everything is good, ready for the machine shop. All the silicone is off. We've got the girdle down there. Everything is solid. Early this morning, what we're gonna do is run down to Chuck, drop this off. Chuck's gonna have a return time in roughly about 1 day or so. And yeah, we'll be able to get this back by Friday, have all the parts in for it. Syph, let's go. Where are you going, man? Come on. Start probably hammering on this on Friday, maybe Monday, get everything done. Come on, Syph, inside. As you can see, we've got the KA back from Chuck. Because this motor has ARP main studs on it, he had to take the girdle and make a little bit of clearance in between the girdle and the block itself so that we can run standard size bearings and have that open end clearance that we need. Because under these boosted applications, you know, one little hiccup, one little detonation, you know, you're gonna scrape that bearing. So Chuck got this taken care of. What I need to do, I'm just probably gonna put some paint on this, make it look nice. The mating surface to the head is pretty good. Then I'm gonna start assembling. Now we've got Andy's SR, and I do have the TIME-SERT kit. All of that is absolutely solid. This is the TIME-SERT kit right here. Now this was a very expensive kit here. This was actually 550 bucks. This is no joke. We're not gonna start this today. This is like an all-day job. You know, I gotta take my time, go over everything very meticulously. Oh, Lou's car's back. So we're gonna finish up the tune on Lou's car. You know, this is via uprev. That's a mid-mount turbo setup. So this should be good. It's on wastegate, about 5 pounds, 6 pounds. We're gonna put Lou's car onto the hubs. Pull the motor on Josh's S14 today. I got pretty much everything all disassembled, ready to get taken out. All right, y'all, it's a full day. It's also a short day. Let me get my butt going. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Last week I didn't have a video uploaded because, you know, to be honest, there just wasn't much going on in the shop. I left off on the last video with the S14 actually being low on compression on 2 cylinders. I went ahead, pulled that. I had a mission over the weekend to pick up this 300. This vehicle was in another person's possession. Had to go pick that up from Jersey, and that was a mission and a half. Griff's good old Chevy 2500 broke down on the side of the road, left us stranded like a good old Chevy motor. But nah, good looks, Griff, as usual. 300's back, is gonna be in here now for some flex fuel tuning and just some odds and ends. Had it idling outside and I saw the idle raise up and the temperature gauge start going up. So gotta see what's up with that. Most likely the fans weren't plugged back in on the AEM, which is complete because I hate going over my work that I already done. But 240, I got the cash can installed. I don't know if I showed you guys that. Yeah, in the last video, it is still on the 800 horsepower setting, and I pushed some oil out of the breathers. I pushed it out the valve cover on a little filter that I had up there, and also on this hose that was just chilling in the engine bay. You can see, got the oil catch can on there. It's a very simple setup. This is an eBay $20 catch can, and yeah, very simple, effective, does its job. It is actually not chambered, but yeah, you know, so cheap little option. That's gonna do fine for now. So I would hope, I'm hoping that it doesn't fill up too much because the capacity isn't too much. But then again, this vehicle doesn't push any oil around 600 horsepower or below. You know, to get to that 800 horsepower mark, the boost is pretty much through the roof, and I guaranteed on the strip, loading it up like I did, it made a lot more PSI. Never looked at the log, didn't really care for it. All right, so that's that with my car. We've got Lou's car, that's back. Probably get it bolted up to the hubs today. Possibly make a few loaded runs, tweak some fuel in there and start playing with some timing, but that's literally what's left on this tune. And then I have to explore the torque management options because this is an automatic trans. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of like not too hyped to tune this. It is, I would say, outside of my comfort zone because I've never done it before. Can I do it? Absolutely, I can do that shit. But, you know, I just got so much more stuff to get done in the shop. So, yeah, like I said, S14 motor's out. So I'm not going to be working on this motor until I finish up homie's Andy's motor. I got the TIME-SERT kit for it right here. This came in, and this is a big baller kit right here. It's a pretty good kit. It comes with everything, little ruler, Sharpie marker, the whole nine. So, yeah, this is the kit that will be doing the repair on Andy's motor. This head stud right here, that was already repaired with Helicoil, and it pulled right out with the new Masworth head stud. So I'll probably document that in this video and run you guys through that. This motor right here, my man's D, man. My man's Quan. My man's D, man. He's not playing around. So this actually went to the machine shop. So with these motors and boosts, you never want to be on the tight side because, you know, one hiccup in the tune, one batch of bad gas, you know, one small amount of detonation, you're gonna scrape that bearing. What we did was we just cleaned it up a little bit, got the clearances where we needed so that the studs, when they're tightened down more, because there is more biting force on those studs rather than the bolts, you know, we'll have our clearance. We've got the block back. This is the head right here in the box. I'll probably do, you know, the typical seals on it, the valve guides, and slap that head onto that motor. I'm gonna see if I can reuse his rings and everything, clean that up, try to save him some money, as long as it's safe to do. I'm not sure if I told you guys this, but I thought he had SR20 studs. Yeah, come to find out, he had the right KA studs the whole time, so that's my bad. But what I did find out was his old hardware, his old studs, he had a mix match. This washer, it's a little bit different, and this was a little bit gonzo. See that bad boy different right there? He bought those studs used, you know, 90% chance the studs were good, but I bought him some new studs. We're gonna run that in there anyways because it's better to be 100%. Guys, I've been doing not only these big jobs, but a lot of little small jobs, you know, in and out, same day, maybe 2-day jobs. This right here, I've got a full diag and exhaust work on it. I'm not gonna document things like this, but I don't know, maybe I will. Maybe I'll throw it up on like private videos and start doing like a day in the life stuff because a lot of action happened just when the camera's not rolling. Maybe I should have recorded the test drive with this and let you guys know my honest opinion on it. Maybe I could start doing things like that. But for now, we'll keep the content as is, keep it focused on power stuff, high performance, the good deal. So what you can expect from today's video is the TIME-SERT going into Andy's motor and also a possibility of Lou's car going on the hub and doing some mild pulls, clean this tune up and get him shipped out of here. All right, guys, that's enough talking. I am absolutely winded from that. Let's go. All right, so we're on the starting point on this SR20 here, and I'll just walk you guys through all the steps. We're gonna be doing this together. They send the kit, by the way, this is kit 2200 BS, okay? So this is the mounting plate. You know, it's pretty straightforward. You read the direction, which is absolutely awesome. And this mounting plate here is basically a guide to run that drill bit through the proper way. You're gonna see me go ahead, mount this down. I'm gonna assemble this bushing here. So this bushing in the kit, this bushing slides down on here, right over the hole I'm gonna repair. And by the way, let me step back a little bit. So you can see I got this motor still fully sealed up, and I'm gonna go ahead, start the drilling, and hopefully no debris gets down into this motor. I'm gonna try my best. Everything is gonna be slow motion. If I even have a hint of something falling down in that motor, I'm gonna take it all apart and go over it. So I'm gonna go ahead, put this bushing down. All right, now that bushing is gonna go in there, and that's gonna be your stop for your drill for the depth and everything. This is the lineup pin here, goes down in there. You find your hole. Once you center your hole, you take the assorted hardware and you bolt that baby down into place. Boom, boom, do the corners, then you're good to roll. So I'm gonna go ahead, set this up properly. So I just fished in the hole, cleaned some other stuff out, and took out some more of the helicoil that was down in there. I forgot to mention to you guys, you need to measure. So before you mount the plate on, you need to take this little ruler they supply with you in the kit and measure where the thread starts and where it ends. And then you need to subtract that from the bushing. Again, I'm not gonna spend too much time on the direct explanation because the instructions are extremely clear. So you basically take the ruler, you find your beginning thread, the first thread up top, and then the last, the bottom of the hole. So you can set up your stopper that works with the plate that I've shown before. So the stopper works accurately. So you don't drill too deep, you don't drill too shallow, and everything goes to plan. So after about 45 minutes of measuring, I measured about fucking 30 times. I ran out of table space, so I'm on the floor out of a little Caesar box and got all my drills, taps, countersinks, everything marked. Everything's even, everything's marked. All my calculations were done, and we're gonna go down to 98 millimeters total. That's our total depth that this TIME-SERT is gonna go in. We got that done. That is like step 0.5 or step 1, which is good. I'm not rushing this. I honestly scheduled the whole day for this, but this came in. So I wanna do this, but no rush. There's no rush on this. And I wanna take my time and get this done. So, all right, finally, let's move on to the next step, which is now putting the metal plate on here, bolting it down, get the bushing lined up. Now we can move forward. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, literally finished step 2 just now, which is about 3 hours later, and that's from simply drilling in this hole. That was very tedious, extremely tedious. We could only go very little bit at a time, probably about 3 millimeters at a time, or like 1/8 inch at a time. Back it out, clean the drill bit, clean all the metal chips out of the hole, clean the WD out, put WD back in, drill it. It took a lot. So we got the first step done, which was the drill. Now we're gonna go ahead and tap the unit. And right here, this is the tap. I got an 11 millimeter nut on it. So we're gonna go ahead, tap this down to the line. Hopefully this goes nice and smooth. And then we'll go ahead on to step 3. Actually, we're on step 3 right now. We're gonna go to step 4 after, which is installing the TIME-SERT. And then we're gonna hop on this vehicle real quick so the customer can pick that up tonight. So yeah, extremely tedious. Let's keep pushing. Got it all tapped out in there. Very nice, man. I'll tell you guys what, you're paying for the material. The material on the drill, the tap, and I'm sure this insertion tool is prime. Guys, I don't believe, I've used good tools before, good taps and whatnot, working at corporate, but this is great. Granted, it is an aluminum block. Anyways, so right now we're on the last step. I got the hole cleaned out extremely well with some brake cleaner, cleaned out all the chips. So we're ready to go ahead and put the insert driver in. Actually, the insert. This is the insert here. It's actually, it is a solid piece. It's not a helicoil kind of like spring setup. This is a solid unit, and pretty much you use oil. This is the tool here, this middle unit. Put oil on that, insert it in here. This is gonna go down into the head, bottom out. Once it bottoms out, you use a little bit more power to power through that, and it's gonna expand the threads out. Once the thread gets expanded out, that's it, repair's done. You put some Loctite on the bottom threads, and yeah. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, class is in session.
All right, chill. We're getting hype out here now. Let me relax. So, okay, I don't know if you can see it out in there, but TIME-SERT, dialed, baby. Absolutely dialed. I feel really confident in this. You know, I feel really good about this. The kit worked absolutely phenomenal. One day I'm gonna be to the point where I can be like, all right guys, I'm gonna leave everything in the description down below. Hit the link. And you know, I could get paid off of stuff like this. But for now, fantastic kit. As long as this thing works, everything lines up perfect. The head stud goes in and it holds the torque. Man, we're golden. But again, I'm confident that it's gonna hold that. Honestly, if that BMW wasn't in here, I feel pretty fired up. Like I can go and complete this entire motor today, but slow and steady, big step down. I'm gonna clean it up later on tonight. I'm not gonna blow anything around. I'm just gonna take a rag, wipe everything down, and really see exactly where all the shavings went. I can tell you right now, this clamp was sealed way down. There's no shavings that got over here, you know, so I'm very proud of that. Again, solid day. Solid day on Andy's SR. When you see this, bro, I know you're gonna be excited because I'm excited for you. I see that you guys are cranking down on the S13.5, and I'm just over here gonna keep up with you guys, yo. You guys hang tight. The S13.5 will be in here. It's gonna be up on the hubs. We're gonna get rowdy with it. Break the motor in on the hubs, and yeah. So, all right, that's enough yapping. Let me check out this BMW, see what's up, fix the exhaust leak, and it's a whole, like, you know, the day's starting all over again. So, welcome back to another one. All right, welcome back, y'all. So the last time I was on the camera, I was not able to find Andy's head gasket. I still was not able to find it today, but I just found it, all right? I just found it, and it was literally wrapped in the head the whole time. It seems like it's not in here, and this is how I was looking for it. So I picked the head up, and I was just gonna, you know, clean everything up on it, and I felt the head gasket in there. See that? That's it down in there. So I was looking at everything, looking at all the, you know, making sure everything looks good. There's no shavings at all in anywhere. I'm still gonna go ahead, blow it out with the air hose, make sure everything is absolutely fresh. When I was cleaning the head up, I actually noticed this. See that right there? That's actually a piece of the helicoil that's wedged into the head, so that's not ideal. So I've got to make sure and remove that, you know, with the utmost respect. Make sure I don't gouge the head at all. Make sure that the head isn't mushroomed over. And I'm gonna go ahead, put the head gasket on, crank that head down, make sure that TIME-SERT sits, and we'll be Gucci. So okay, I figured, you know what, let me bring out the camera to document some stuff. We've got the head on, all the studs are in except for one. This stud back here, the hole was a little bit weird. I chased it out, cleaned up the threads. So now the old hole, which is this, that the helicoil pulled out, Shaggy and I, we're currently taking the nut off of the stud, and this is what we got going on. So it bottomed out at the bottom of the stud, and then it pulled the helicoil along with the whole stud. So now we have the nut under there. We're trying to take it off right now, and it's extremely tight. So we're gonna go ahead, keep on removing it, but if it feels weird, like if it's tight all the way to the top, we're gonna have to order some new hardware. Ready? All right, so we got the nut off. It's hot to the touch. The threads up here, they actually look good. So what suffered that damage is the nut. Now, Andy does have another set of used ARPs that came. So we're gonna reuse the nut on that and just keep the ball rolling. Andy, if you're watching this motor, you might have to like bless this motor, bro, or get rid of it, because this motor does not want to be put together. Yeah, let's just get new hardware, because this is fucked up. But if you look closely at this threads too, it's slightly fucked up from the helicoil. Where's that?
There you go.
Hold up, let me just try something real quick. I'm gonna try to take one of the proper hardware out and put it. Okay, these studs looking sweet. The threads looking really good. goes in good here, so that's good. I don't need to buy a tap anymore. That chaser that I use, chase it out good. What's not good is that he has one stud. You guys see it here first. Non-fiction, baby, based on a true story. New studs coming right up next, and hopefully nothing else holds us up on this SR. So we're gonna get new ARPs, say some prayers on this motor, maybe come with some sage, some alopantos, that, the one that smells good, alo santo, alo panto, las mos. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, man. It's sage and then you hit it with the stick. What's that stick called? Las Santos.
Los Santos.
Nah, that's San Andreas. That's San Andreas, bro. Polo, las, what the hell is it? But yeah, we need good energy in this motor, man. We need the bad energy out. But this motor, I don't know. Some motors are like that though. The previous owner, they just need prayers. So until next time, y'all, stay tuned. Hit that like button. We're moving our way up, baby. Stuff like this happens in the shop, and I gotta remind myself not to be upset all the time because setbacks do occur. It's out of my hands, just like this. Appreciate y'all.
That is making me dizzy.
All right, so we've got Q's, KA, the short block. It is all completed. It is all spec'd out. It's all blueprinted. Everything's in spec. Everything is just looking so fresh, so clean, and just so dialed. So